Hey friends, Neil here with Post to Post, coming at you with a Friday jersey concept video. Actually, not jerseys, full uniforms. These designs are by Hayden, someone who has submitted lots in the past. I have not seen any of these, so this is going to be a reaction video, and it's using one of the newer templates from Sports Templates. So I'm pretty excited to go through this one, and there's a theme. It's called Hometown. So we see like the city jerseys in, I think, the NBA and or MLB. The NHL has not done that yet, but they might in the future. So this is a hometown series, so I kind of feel like it's, you know, maybe city, or I mean, if we're looking at like Carolina or Colorado, obviously those are not cities, so there might be some state influence there as well. I'm not sure. We'll find out together. Let's jump into this and let's see. Anaheim's going to be first as we go through this in alphabetical order as far as abbreviation. Let's go. Okay. Wow. Well, I was not expecting this. I don't really know how to even kind of properly dissect this one. I feel uneducated in a way. I don't recognize the symbolism in the logo. I don't necessarily recognize the colors. I can't remember what the city flag looks like for Anaheim. With that said, I do like it. Like, it has such classic vibes. It feels like a 1957 gas station logo or something like that. And the colors as well, you got off-white, which gives kind of a classic feel. The colors are pretty decent, actually. The blue and the orange look great together, complemented by the black as well. So I like the uniform. I just don't necessarily know what it represents. And here's where you guys come in after the video. If you want to go down to the comment section and leave a comment, or as we go through this and leave a comment, that would be awesome, because there's obviously things that I don't know as we go through this. Let's see next. I think it's Arizona. It is Arizona. Wow, this is actually awesome. Like the very desaturated blue, or almost sky blue, the desaturated red or burgundy just strip most of the vibrancy out of there, and just you're left with such a, it's almost like, it's a bit coral as well. I think this is quite beautiful, actually, from a color standpoint. It's so unique. Like we've never seen anything like that in the NHL. So that's a really, really cool concept. You know, I look at thousands and thousands of concepts per year, and I've never quite seen a color combination or a color matchup like this. So just a quick shout out to Hayden for kind of going the extra mile there and coming up with a color combination that you know, we've not seen before, at least on this channel, I don't think. The design is very reminiscent of obviously the reverse retro 1.0, 2.0, and that original kind of style jersey. I like it. Some people might think it's a little bit cartoony and stuff. I like it. I think it's pretty neat. This is awesome. It's one of the better concepts I've seen this year. Next, the St. Louis Bruins. Basically, that really threw me for a loop, seeing the blue and the yellow there for Boston. With that said, it does look good. It's just not. It just feels wrong in a way. I can't remember what the Boston City flag looks like. Maybe it does have blue and yellow in it. I have no idea. But this feels a little bit off. I do like the kind of lines going through, like there's one line going through the B on the front, and some lines going through the numbers in the back, and then almost like an army stenciled kind of nameplate on the back. I like that. That does look good. It's just odd seeing these colors for Boston. Next, the Buffalo Sabres. Right colors here. Now, on the front of the jersey, I do think I recognize that. That is pulled from the city flag of Buffalo, so that doesn't feel out of place. It's kind of a nice logo and look in the middle of the jersey as well, because it's very symmetrical. Their logo is circular and symmetrical, so to put that in between, it all just kind of fits. It almost looks like a sundial a little bit. Yeah, this is good. Next, the Carolina Hurricanes. Okay, so we've got gray is the primary color, and you've got some of that texture that you do see in that previous alternate jersey. Now I think their home jersey, that's covered the entire jersey. In this one, before, I think it was just in the stripes. It's okay. It's not the best concept that I've seen. I think the biggest issue I have is we're missing the stick in the logo. And I think that it's a pretty crucial part of the logo, considering they're a hockey team. So I'd like to see that back in there. The two flags are fine, but yeah, I'd like to see the hockey stick back in there. Next, wow, the Columbus Blue Jackets. Now, I know that the majority of people watching this, just based on the comments from all these videos that I do every Friday, most people won't like this. Most Columbus fans won't like this. Jersey collectors will, because it's different and it's odd and they want to collect it. but the majority of people watching will look at this and think, nah, that's not for me. Let's not do that. But I think we're so used to getting just the obligatory release of jerseys that's just like, oh yeah, okay, that's what we expected. I kind of want something like this, especially if it was, in a reverse retro series or a hometown series like this, just a one-off series. I don't want this for a permanent alternate of 3 to 5 years. Definitely not. A one-off 1 year for a couple of games, maybe 2 to 4, 5 games, something like that. Sure, why not? So I like it. It goes back to the roots a little bit, and we get a color that we'd never really seen in the NHL. At least that amount of it, that's for sure. So I like it. Next, the Calgary Flames. Okay, so every year there's the Calgary Stampede, and this completely, just based on thematic, completely fits in with that. The logo specifically. Yeah, I think this works. Obviously we're missing the yellow and some black and some other colors that they've used in their history and currently use, but I think this two-tone jersey of just red and white is totally fine. I like it. This screams hometown. Fits right in the series. Next, Chicago Blackhawks. So we've seen quite similar concepts to this, not identical, but very similar over the years, because I think a lot of designers see a lot of influence from the Chicago City flag, which is basically this entire uniform, and think it's a good idea, because it is a good idea, because we don't quite have anything like this in the NHL from a color standpoint, and I think this totally works. I support it, and I like it. Good job. Good concept. Next, absolutely, the Colorado Avalanche, putting the foot logo back in there as a 90s kid, bringing the foot logo back, making it the primary logo. Maybe not my first choice, but absolutely having it on the jersey. The bottom half of the jersey, where the mountain range starts and the colorization coming down into the pants, and the bottom of the pants being white, the top of the socks being white, the transition of this uniform, the execution is amazing. Like, really, really good execution here by Hayden. Only slight criticism is that the bottom of the number on the back overlaps the top of the mountain. Not really a big deal, but the entire bottom of the jersey would be a sublimation print. So I think, maybe my only criticism is that foot logo should maybe be the shoulder patch and not the primary logo, but I'm okay with it on this. This is a really good concept. Next, the Dallas Stars, representing Texas. Pretty good here. I don't know what the Dallas City flag looks like. Probably similar to this as far as colors, maybe striping. I'd have to look it up. But this is, this is likely inevitable. It's going to happen at some point. Something like this for sure. So yeah, I like it. Detroit. Oh, we're going way back. I guess this could be considered hometown. I feel like this would be more in line with like a Winter Classic or something. Get the off-white, the traditional 100-year-old style text on the front, just a simple logo that says Detroit. On the back, you've got the same stylized text as well. That looks pretty good. And then you've got some kind of symbol. It looks like a Route 66 or like a route sign, basically you'd see on the side of a road. Detroit is known as Motor City, so that obviously has some influence there. And it's on the proper side for Detroit. I guess it would be this side if I'm pointing at it. This side if I'm looking at my screen. But yeah, this fits kind of in the hometown. I think more as a Winter Classic. Next, the Edmonton Oilers, 894. I'm not quite sure what that stands for. I see writing in the sleeve. One second, I'm just going to make this bigger on my... it says Great One. Okay, so I don't think 894 has anything to do with Wayne Gretzky. I believe 894 is it the highway number that goes through Edmonton or around Edmonton? I can't quite remember. I feel like it is. I wouldn't want that on the logo. That looks... I don't like it. 99.9% of hockey fans aren't going to look at this and understand that. Edmonton fans will, but general hockey fans won't. It doesn't really mean... Like, when I think Edmonton, I don't think Highway 894 or 894 in general, unless I'm severely missing something. I just don't see any kind of hometown proper relevance here. So I think this one's a miss for me. Next, the Florida Panthers, Miami themed here. They don't play in Miami, but they are heavily influenced by lots of culture and concepts, I guess, from, everyone who designs concepts, I feel like has at least done a Miami-themed Florida Panthers jersey, so it just makes sense. Not one of the better ones that I've seen, but it's absolutely good. It's really hard to screw up a Miami Vice-themed jersey. Next, the LA Kings. Burger King jersey, using some of their new stylization with that kind of metal fleck in the gray. It's okay, not my personal preference for a jersey, and to me this doesn't scream hometown. Next, the Minnesota Wild. Wow. You've got a gradient within the logo. You've got stars in the background, a tree line down below. Yeah, it's good. It just, I think I'm being lost by the logo a little bit. I think we're approaching like specialty pride logo or uniform, which is fine, but I don't know. It feels like a specialty jersey, not necessarily a themed jersey within a series. I think I would change the logo a little bit. I'm not sure. I obviously there's Northern Lights. I think is the influence here in the logo, but I'd go a little bit more with it. I'd maybe have that in the jersey, maybe behind the logo or something. Right now, it just feels kind of like a specialty logo. It's cool though. Next, the Montreal Canadiens. Some Expos influence here, possibly a really old jersey as well, maybe. I think it's okay. Like it's ridiculous with the stripe back, kind of diagonal. I hate that. I've said that 1,000 times here on the channel, but it is part of their history, so I understand why it's there. It's just it's not the best. It's not the most modern, visually appealing thing. Next, the jersey upgraded to be a different styled jersey. It's okay. I don't really think this necessarily screams hometown, though. Nothing about this, to me, fits in this series that is outlined here. Nashville. Okay, so I think maybe the same bit of criticism here with this one. It's a nice concept, actually. I don't mind it at all. It's completely two-tone, no white on it other than the front of the pants. But it doesn't necessarily fit in with the hometown vibes as far as I'm concerned. I would like to see maybe some kind of music influence in here or something, I guess. Next, the New York Islanders. So the actual jersey, not including the logo, with teal as the primary color, the secondary color being blue to be complementary with the pants, the helmet, the gloves, all that. Perfect. Socks, amazing. The uniform, the jersey, really, really good. I actually wouldn't change anything. The logo, complete miss for me. It looks like a weird, like I know what it is. I know what it's from. It's on their actual logo, but it's just stripped out and as just a singular element, it looks weird. It looks like a weird chicken finger or something. I don't know. It just looks weird. It looks out of place. So I would not put that on the front of a jersey. Next, the Rangers. Wow, this one's actually pretty cool. I do like this. You still get that kind of Rangers theme a little bit with just the text on the front. That's the opposite angle, actually. Not as aggressive of an angle, but still an angle. And on the back, it feels like this feels kind of police inspired, I guess. I'm okay with that. Looks good. Yep. Ottawa. Yeah, the logo on there for the O and the other side of their current logo fits nicely. I would say this does feel a little bit Ottawa themed, so I like the hometown aspect. The jersey itself, the design is very reminiscent of their past, as well as some specialty jerseys like the Heritage one, the 100 Classic, and their current jerseys as well. So yeah, this one's good. Next, the Flyers. The red, the orange, the green, and the blue or violet. I can't exactly tell on my screen here. I don't know what that's pulled from. I am not familiar with the Philadelphia City flag. I see some kind of influence on the shoulder as well, some kind of patch. I don't know what that is. Other than that, it's just a black and white jersey, so I don't really have a lot to say. So I feel uneducated looking at this one. Next, the Pittsburgh Penguins. I've seen similar concepts to this, actually. They look good. So does this. The bridge trusses, or whatever you want to call that. Pittsburgh has like 1,000 bridges. It's ridiculous. So to see that on here completely makes sense for hometown theme. It's on the socks. It's on the jersey. This works for me. Seattle Kraken. There's some grunginess happening in the socks, in the striping on the jersey, on the arms as well. Even the numbers and the font being chosen. I don't like that the bottom of the Kraken text is touching the top of the logo. I would just move that up like 3 inches to be at the same relative height as the name on the back. And I think that's pretty good. Like, I kind of like the vibe that's going on here. So just do that and we're good to go. Ooh, San Jose. This feels like a Stadium Series jersey. I like it. I do like it. Like, that would be a full sublimation print jersey on there. I like that the design or theme of the jersey is replicated in the number design as well. That is cool. I would love to see a team incorporate some kind of stage gradient in a number to kind of match a jersey, whether it's the sleeves, the back of the jersey, in the middle, the front of the jersey, whatever it is. I think that would look really good. As well, the stage gradient is replicated on the socks. This is a really strong concept. Again, specialty jersey, not an alternate that would span multiple years, just a 2 to 5 games a year kind of thing. St. Louis Blues. So we've got the logo that was used in the, I think, Reebok alternate in the early 2010s-ish, maybe around like 2012, 2013. The inner striping on the jersey is maybe to replicate the same aspect of the obviously that landmark, but it feels like Reebok practice jersey a little bit. So I'm gonna zonk it. I'm gonna zonk this one. Next, Tampa Bay Lightning. Absolutely. So the logo that we see on the front here, Tampa Bay actually used on a specialty warm-up jersey. I think it was only 1 or 2 warm-ups. I don't know if it's last season or the season before, but it's amazing, and I love it. I would love to see that on the front of a jersey. The font you see in the back of the jersey is also to kind of replicate that theme, and the striping is excellent as well, and using black as the primary color, something that I would love to see Tampa do or go back to, using blue and white as the kind of complementary colors. Sign me up for this. This is awesome. The Toronto Maple Leafs. So kind of taking, I guess, maybe some Raptors influence here, as well as the inside-out jersey, possibly. It's decent, but I feel like maybe very, what's the right word? Predictable. Not necessarily in a bad way, just very predictable. It's okay. It does scream hometown, so I'd be okay with this. Now, wow. What is this? The Vancouver Canucks? Okay, this is actually amazing. I really like this a lot. I've never been a fan of that logo in the front. I don't mind it here, but the colors, guys. Okay, white, green, and yellow, and kind of it's a very like almost ocean blue a little bit, like a very light ocean blue. That's really, really pretty. That's a very pretty jersey. We've not seen anything like that in the NHL, at least not these specific shades that I can, kind of think of. This is awesome. I really like this, actually. I like that the stripe isn't just a flat stripe along the bottom. Vancouver is a port city. It's on the ocean. Have that little bit of a stripe, have just a bit of a dance to it, kind of like, like the Islanders do with a bit of a wave down there. This makes sense for Vancouver. I like this concept a lot, actually. This might be my favorite so far. This is excellent. Next, the Vegas Golden Knights. This one's pretty decent as well. I think it definitely screams hometown. The logo is, I kind of like the interpretation of it. It's not necessarily hard to see, but it's a little bit different. Yeah, it's okay. Everything else is pretty decent. This it doesn't wow me, but it's good. Next, the Winnipeg Jets. So I believe the Winnipeg Jets did use this indigenous influenced logo, kind of like the Tampa one we looked at. They used this, I believe, in a warm-up jersey, either last season or the season before, and possibly multiple times. And it looked awesome. This looks awesome as well. I would love to see this. This is a good concept all around. Good uniform. Washington, which should be the last one. And you know what? I typically don't like text-style logos like this. It feels a little bit baseball. But where it's Washington, I kind of feel like it's okay. Obviously, their logo itself is that. This is just kind of a different version, I guess, if you will. And it looks okay. I like the stripes. It's very minimalistic and very simple, very stark. It's pretty good. Overall, a lot of really good concepts in here. There was 2 that really kind of took me by surprise. The first one, just a shout out to Arizona. I'll give just a little bit of a shout out to this one. I probably would have picked this as my winner just because it was so different. I really like the colors chosen here, but I'm going to give it to, what was the last one that we saw? I'm going to give it to Vancouver. That's awesome. That was an awesome concept. I really like the socks, the pants, the gloves. I think this would be an excellent uniform. Just kind of picturing it as this being a physical thing, this would look great on the ice. It really would. Whether you like it or whether you don't like it, you have to admit that it's pretty unique, and Hayden did a pretty good job thinking outside the box here. So, Hayden, thank you so much for submitting those. I really appreciate it. Guys, let me know down below in the comment section, what was your favorite concept that you saw here? I'm sure Hayden is curious to know as well. And what was your least favorite as well? Let me know down below in the comment section. We'd love to hear your thoughts. Hope you guys having a great Friday. Hit the subscribe button for videos like this basically every week. And I hope you guys are having a great summer. If you did enjoy this video, hit the like button. I'll talk to you soon. Adios.